Hey everybody, this is Guro Francis running from Filipino Martial Arts School, and today is another episode of Bayani Talk. Hey everybody, this is Guro Francis running from Filipino Martial Arts School, and today is another episode of Bayani Talk. So, a couple of days ago, I just actually had the weirdest question that was posed to me on Facebook. Now, I'm a pretty open person, so if you want to talk to me, just go right ahead. It's not a big deal. But it was unusual. The question was, this person was no longer capable of continuing lessons with this one instructor because of their job. So they were looking to find another instructor that's a little bit closer to what they're, geographically to where they need to be. So the problem with that is the student didn't know how to tell his teacher that he was looking for another school only because it was geographically closer. And he wanted to know, how do I think his teacher would react? Now, first of all, I don't know his teacher. I didn't ask who this teacher was. I actually don't even know this person very well, but he seems like a nice enough person. And he wanted to know what my thoughts are, what my opinions were. And here's my opinion. I believe that if you have a really good teacher, even to the point where somebody that you've learned so much from, not just in FMA but in life, then I believe that your teacher always has your best interests at heart. Now, is he gonna miss you? Of course. Is he gonna miss the money that you probably bring into his or her class? I'm sure that doesn't, he doesn't deny, they don't like it. But what I'm just saying is, but at the end of the day, they're gonna care more about what's best for you. And if it's difficult for you to attend his or her classes because of whatever geographical a problem that you may have, I truly believe that they would understand. Now, as a teacher, yeah, I miss my students when they tell me that it's time for them to move on for whatever reason. I tell them, hey, I wish you weren't going. I wish you were staying, but I want you to know that the door is always open to you, and whenever you want to come back. So I think it's really important that when you're asking your instructor if should you leave, you want to make sure that you do it in a respectful manner. Make sure that you do it. First of all, you want to make sure that you do it in private. Don't blurt it out in the middle of a class unless the teacher tells you, no, tell me in front of everybody. But for the most part, make sure you do it in private. Secondly, just remind them to, make sure that you list out the real reasons why you don't want to go, you need to find another school. Geographically, sometimes it just doesn't make sense for you to continue with that training. So, there's other students that have other reasons. Like, I've had students that got laid off and they have a family to support. So they told me that they have to really focus their money on taking care of their family. And of course, I 100% supported that. I've had students that told me that they were getting deployed. Well, that's not really, there's not something that they can really do anything about. Uncle Sam is calling them. They have to answer that call. And I've had students that said that they have to focus on their studies, and I completely support that. Now, do I miss them? Yes, I do. For all my students my former students who are watching this, I do miss you all. Again, the door is always open whenever you guys want to come back. But it's very hard. But at the end of the day, I always want what's best for my students. And for my students, if it's difficult for them to come to training, I hope that they can come talk to me. The second thing you want to make sure that when you talk to your instructor, not just making sure that it's in private, that you give your chance and you give your instructor some sort of cushion. Now, like maybe instead of just completely cutting out the money, give them at least one more month's worth of tuition. Not because you're feeling bad for your instructor, but it's just that it's not such a financial impact. I'm pretty sure your instructor is fine financially, but it's still kind of a nice thing to do. And the third thing is, when you leave, and especially if you're going to another Filipino or another martial arts style, your instructor is giving you a sacred trust. The thing about when you're a martial arts instructor, anytime you teach somebody, you can't recall that information back. That information is theirs. So you want to make sure that you're keeping the secret of your style, of your teacher's technique to yourself. That's not something you want to share to your new school. Now, part 3.A, if you find a new school and they tell you that they demand that you tell them what's the secrets of your previous school, I don't know what to say, but run away, man. Run away. They should have some sort of level of respect, that you have some sort of loyalty. Now, if they're expecting you to betray your previous instructors, Loyalty, man, I don't know how much loyal they are to be to you. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But if you are looking for a new instructor, just be honest with your teacher. I know that there's the good teachers out there that just want nothing but the best for their student, especially if they're having difficulties coming to class. I think the last thing that your teacher wants is for you to be financially crippled because of your loyalty to him or her. Second thing is, of course, you want to make sure that you talk to your instructor in private. And of course, lastly, whatever secrets that your teacher has given you, that you keep it to yourself. And point three, point A, if your new school is telling you, hey, tell us their secrets, you got to run away, man, because they're not. If they're asking you to betray your former teacher, then they can't be that loyal too. Hey, that's just my thought. What do you think? Tell me, FMA world, what do you think is the best, most cordial way for you to tell your teacher that it's time for you to move on? Leave a comment down below. Hey, but if you are looking for a new school here in Riverside County, please come check us out at www.fmaschool.com. And the first free class is free. All right, my name is Guro Francis from Filipino Martial Arts School. Peace out, God bless, and keep swinging them sticks.